Hi there, Buzz's Retirement Garage, Sunday, March 3rd. Beautiful day here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tomorrow's supposed to get pretty nice into the 70s. We'll take that. But then it drops into the 40s, but that's Cleveland weather. I came across an article that came across my phone probably from Google or somewhere that talked about the best suburbs for retirees. That sort of caught my eye, and that's what I'm going to title this video. And the authors were the This Old House Reviews team. Now, you know the show This Old House. I think it's what, PBS or something? They would play that on. I haven't watched it in a long time. But they did a review of the best suburban areas to live for retirees. And I have my little cheat sheet here because I'm not going to remember all these numbers. Usually I just wing things as I go, but this time I don't want to screw up the numbers and the correct facts based on their article. So I take no credit for this. It's the This Old House review team that gets the credit for this article, of course. So they were saying that in 2022, 20% of retirees moved because they were retiring. 20%. That dropped to 14% in 2023, which I didn't know that somebody was tracking that. So you're getting ready to retire, you're living in a bad or different area that you're not happy with because of cost, affordability, insurances, taxes, whatever, and you decide to move. So 14% of the people who were retiring moved because of they didn't like their neighborhood, let's call it that. So they did this review, and again, I'm going to refer to my cheat sheet. They did 400 suburbs. So I thought to myself, 400 suburbs doesn't seem like a lot. How many are there? Hey Google, how many suburbs are in the United States? And it came back with, which I thought was kind of a low number, but there's only 3,159 suburbs with a population of over 10,000 people. So yeah, I'm sure there's some smaller, and there's townships, but there was only 3,159 suburbs. 12% of people in the United States are living in urban areas, 19% are living in rural areas, and 69% live in the suburbs. So 3,159 suburbs just doesn't seem a lot to me, but how could Google be wrong? So anyway, they did 400 suburbs, and some of this is really interesting because they ranked the suburbs on affordability, quality of life, and popular retirement amenities. The number one was Nashville. It's a suburb of Brentwood, Tennessee. Was the best place for retirement. So in Brentwood, Tennessee, well, it's Nashville, a suburb of Brentwood, Tennessee, is how they listed. And they said that is the best place for retirees. Now, I looked at some of their qualifications, and low taxes, a decent rate of, or a low rate of seniors living below the poverty level. And they had a couple other categories, how many doctors per 1,000 people. You can reference the article and check it out. But what was really funny is this is their words, not mine. Florida lost its shine and they only had one suburb out of 401 in the top 10 in Florida. Tennessee, Arizona, and Ohio had 2 each. Now, I'm not going to criticize my friends in California, my commenters and subscribers from there, but 8 out of 10 of the least appealing places to retire were in California, according to this study, not my study, okay? So they say that Florida and California had the most climate risks, tornadoes, fires, whatever, and I think they put that into some of the data here. So the top 10 were Brentwood, Tennessee, Winchester, Nevada, Sun City, Arizona. Now, interesting fact about Sun City, Arizona is that 75.4% of the population in Sun City, Arizona is over 65. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's a record or if there's other suburbs that are the same way. Number 4 was Zionsville, Indiana, Franklin, Tennessee, Mason, Ohio, Bethel Park, PA, Brunswick, Ohio, which is 6-7 miles from me. It made the top 10. Got a small plane going over, single engine plane. Sorry about that. El Mirage, Arizona, Fruit Cove, Florida was the only one in the top 10. And then they talked about one of the things was state income tax. So the lowest ones, and I just read off, they had an average rate of 2.3% state income tax versus the higher states were averaging around 12.8%. The 7 states that I mentioned don't tax Social Security benefits. Tennessee, Nevada, and Florida, they have no income tax on 401ks, IRAs, and pensions. I did not know that. I didn't think Florida had a state tax, but I didn't know that they didn't tax 401ks, IRAs, and pensions. That was something new that I did not know. So anyway, going through this, I thought it was kind of interesting, but what really caught my eye was Brunswick, Ohio, because it's only, like I said, 7 miles away from me. And it gets into the top 10 of 400 suburbs in the entire United States. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, check out the article at This Old House and see where your city ranks or what's close by to you. Anyway, beautiful Sunday, Buzz's Retirement Garage. We'll talk to you again next week.